How is everybody doing? Nice. All right, well, it's July. We're doing our July live stream today. There's a new Darwinium code. We have a lot to share. And as always, we're excited to have everyone here. Yeah. A lot of people are probably going to be asking about the Beyond, as always. So, but we have some other goodies for you today. The Beyond will have to wait until next live stream, perhaps, but not to chase anyone away. Yeah, our whole team has been working really hard on that update. Yeah, we've been getting some cool artwork. Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, okay, then it might be my headphones. I knew this was gonna happen. All right, I think I just have to disconnect. Ooh.
Test, 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 test. Hey.
Yeah, that works.
Can you guys hear us now? On the stream? Hey, it's working. Amazing. Look at us.
We might need to turn me and Lunch down a little bit.
Okay. Sorry about that, everyone.
This is the joys of live streaming.
How's that?
Hello. Cellular stream.
Yeah, that should be good.
Okay, cool. Alas, my headphones were not meant to be. Okay. Right. Anyway, to rebrief on what we were talking about, we'll be starting by talking about Mesozoic Mania, and then after that, we'll be showing you some really cool photos about this update that we've been working on, in addition to reptiles. And then afterwards, we'll show you some cool photos and give you this month's free Darwinium code, and after that, we'll take some questions. So let's get started.
Sounds great.
All right. So, as a lot of you probably have noticed, one of our final semifinal matches have wrapped up today. The one that was Spinosaurus versus Mosasaurus, and honestly, I'm really happy that Spinosaurus won.
Yeah, Mosasaurus seemed to be quite fan favorite. I feel like people wanted to cheer for the underdog this late into the contest, so it's really cool to see that.
This is the closest match we had. So we changed the voting so now players could vote in game with our latest update. So you can vote by finding it on the tree in the Dinosaur Valley and then just tapping on the dinosaur you're voting for. But this was super close. Like, it was neck and neck for most of the 48 hours the vote was up. And Spinosaurus took it by about 1 million points.
Yeah. No, it was pretty impressive because I remember first tuning in and seeing that Mosasaurus was winning. And I was like, oh no. But honestly, I'm happy with this turnout, even though Mosasaurus is also really cool.
Yeah, and this is the semifinal. So there's only 2 more matches after this. And then the winner will fight the T-Rex, I think.
Yes.
In the final.
Our next matchup is Spinosaurus versus Archaeopteryx. And I know there are like a surprising amount of Archaeopteryx fans, so that one could probably be pretty close as well.
Look at this bracket. Oh, it looks so good, Emily. Nice.
Yeah, I added like the gold to the bracket line so you can tell who made it how far. Thought it'd make it easier to follow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of storytelling in here, and getting very close to the end. So the next match is Spinosaurus versus Archaeopteryx, the ancestors of birds. And that's in a few days. And then the winner of that goes to the final match of this competition. And they'll win the crown and also a special upgrade trait that'll boost their in-game production.
Very exciting. I can't wait to see the crown on one of those dinosaurs' heads.
The winning dinosaur will get the crown placed in-game on their head.
Yeah, so. And also, if there's a couple of other like dinosaurs in addition to that one, they get tinier crowns on their heads too. So like if Spinosaurus wins, the other Spinosaurus that you can unlock in the garden gets a little tiny crown, while like the first one you unlock gets the big crown. But if T-Rex wins, then he only gets a big crown because there's only one T-Rex. So Spino all the way. I want to see the tiny crown.
Yeah, I think Spinosaurus is a good contender. So we're all kind of rooting for him a little bit. Underdog.
It's honestly a little strange for me that Mesozoic Mania is ending, finally. It's been going on for so long. I know some people are sick of it, and I'm sorry for everyone who's sick of it. But I've been having a lot of fun posting it, and I'm glad that other people have also been having fun voting.
Yeah, thanks a lot for everyone like sticking with us through the Mosaic Mania. It's gone on for quite a long time, but we're almost at the end, and we're going to finally prove who is the most popular dinosaur of all the dinosaurs.
That is true.
I guess the thing is, I'm a little disappointed if at the end we prove that if T-Rex wins this thing, it's just like, oh great, we just proved that T-Rex was king of the dinosaurs again. But I guess sometimes you need to prove these things.
I mean, at least he really had to fight his way to earn that title. It wasn't just handed to him.
True.
Defending the crown.
Yes.
I mean, I think I would honestly love to see one of the others take the crown, but you know, T-Rex is favorite for a reason, so we'll have to see.
I think it'll be pretty close. All right. So moving on, we also have this exciting new update to tell everyone about. This is something we've been working really hard on. Still working from home. I was going to say in the studio, but not in the studio. It's if you want to talk about it more, Andrew, I don't want to steal your thunder.
Sure. Yeah. This is we're replacing the land garden where the mammals and the monkeys are. We've been wanting to update this for a while. So we thought with the reptile patch, since we're bringing in some more animals, it would be a good opportunity to give them a better place to like hang out. So the land garden, it works a little bit like the dinosaur, the Mesozoic Valley. It's going to be kind of this space with a mountain in the center, and you can rotate it by like panning the world around. And then as the animals come into the world, you can click on them and kind of just like see what they're up to. And so as you unlock more animals in the tree, they're going to populate in this world. Later, when you get the birds, you'll even be able to kind of follow the birds as they fly through this environment.
Oh yeah. Here's a screenshot of you flying as a blue jay. See that there are some ducks and some chickens down there. Maybe some new faces. That's my favorite part.
So this blue jay is going to soar through the world, and it'll just fly around a little bit like in the Mesozoic Valley. And there's a lot of new animals in here. So there's a lot of mammals in the land garden. So I think you can see there's an elephant there, and if you look really closely, there's something on the rock in the background. So these mammals will currently in the first phase, they'll just be connected to, as you buy more mammals in the game, when you click on the mammal generator, you'll unlock higher level mammals. But later we're going to be expanding the evolution tree aspect of mammal life.
Yeah, that's going to be a big project for us as well in the future. We'll probably be working on that while also working on the Beyond, but we're just really excited about this garden. I think it looks super cool. And a lot of familiar faces will be in this garden as well. We're currently working on kind of developing the style a little bit to be more cel-shaded. It feels kind of on trend, but it also really works, I think, with like presenting these different areas, like these different climates all in one world together. So when it's released, I think everyone will have a better idea of how we incorporate, like, for example, like the savanna with a rainforest and such. So it'll be really cool.
Yeah, this art style is a little different than the dinosaur thing. It almost reminds me of like a Goose Game style, or like Untitled Goose Game or Donut County. It's this flat shaded,
minimalist almost.
Yeah, I think
low poly.
Low poly. Yeah, John Rhee, who's like designing this whole thing. I guess he just was like, I want to go in that direction. So we'll see where it goes. It does get a little hard to see, like if you have like a real flat plane, like to get a sense of the perspective. So we might need to add some textures or something.
Yeah, I think we'll be playing around with textures in the near future. All right. Does anyone have any questions about? Like Lion King. Okay, well, moving on.
John really wanted there to be like a Pride Rock kind of thing going on, so he does have the Lion King.
I think that's appropriate. Very circle of life. Okay, well, I mean, moving on from this, I think it's important for us to just mention real quick that we're planning to go on a break at the end of July. We'll all be out of the office for about 2 weeks. We'll still be on social and we'll still be emailing and such, just not as regularly. We all worked really hard on this garden and the reptile and birds expansion and a couple other things that we're working on that we will love to share with you all when our break is done, but starting July 20th and then ending around August 1st, 2nd, we'll be away out of the office. Vacation.
Yeah, so yeah, we're taking just a team 2-week vacation, but the idea is that when we come back, we're 100% focused on getting the space stuff out. So we're going to be switching gears. We're wrapping up the reptile patch, and then it's all about like just making a beeline to get the solar system stuff in there and just focus on all that space stuff. So we should have just like more constant updates of the progress on that, and maybe even like getting that into beta as soon as we can.
Yeah, we got to get in that outer space mindset. Okay. I think this is something that everyone is here for that would love to know the code, the free Darwinium code.
So a couple of people try to guess it earlier on.
Oh, really?
No correct answers yet.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if anyone had a hunch and was right. And our July month code is finals for Mesozoic Mania finals.
Yay. Oh, someone guessed Archie.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh,
I know. We should have thought about that.
Garden was
Archie.
also a guess. So you could use this to get, is it 20? Darwinium?
25 this time, right?
Ooh, we got 25 this time.
I know.
For using this code.
Big drop. So if you're on Android or Steam, just go to the options and go to redeem code and type finals all caps and you get 25 free cubes. And if you're on iOS, unfortunately, Apple doesn't let us do that. But if you do have Steam, you can get the cubes on Steam and then transfer them to your phone if you want to get fancy.
We hope you all enjoy that free Darwinium a little bit more than usual, I think in celebration of Mesozoic Mania wrapping up this month. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, and the final match, so make sure to remember to vote for your favorite dinosaur. So it's going to be T-Rex versus maybe Spinosaur, maybe Archaeopteryx, and that's going to be next Thursday, Emily? Is that the final match?
What day is it today? I lose track of time so easily in quarantine. Still in quarantine.
Friday. It's the 10th, Friday the 10th.
Yeah, the absolute final is going to be on the 17th, on July 17th. So that's from Friday to Sunday. So we'll find out who the winner is of Mesozoic Mania, I believe on July 19th. Checking out all the dates on my dinosaur calendar.
Not all the previous codes will work. Maybe one of them will, but I think how long are they usually active? Is it a month?
Mania and Twitch, or maybe Darwin and Twitch still work.
Yeah, I don't think Mania will work anymore, but Darwin and Twitch might.
We can only use them once in your game.
Yeah, each code is only redeemable once per person. All right, well, in addition to the code, we also want to share some really cool stuff that our fans have been making. We've been watching very intently, and we really enjoy what people have been creating. So let's share our Reddit page.
Yeah, so we're going to let's take a look at some of the top Reddit things last month. There's always some good stuff. So this one's
still number one.
Okay, this is the number one upvoted from last month. So this was we can't even say these people's names; they're so offensive. This is I'm Lazy. I'm Lazy was threatening to keep posting memes against us until we gave the exact release date for the Beyond. So this was their meme. See, how many more months do we have to wait until the Beyond is coming out? ? Then we have a draw card. Draw a card for every 2 months more. Everyone has to wait for the Beyond. Sad.
Yeah.
And that's us holding that huge hand of cards.
So yeah, it's a daily question we get asked. Well, when's the Beyond coming out? So, no release date yet, but maybe just be careful asking that question.
Yeah.
It's quite the burn.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. It didn't seem like Lazy continued their campaign. That was the only post I saw, but they were threatening to do it every single day.
I mean, why mess with perfection? This is obviously highest quality meme, but not as high quality as this one, in my opinion.
So the next one is in reference to the Tyrannosaurus and Tyrannosaurus and Argentinosaurus, that huge long neck dinosaur. They fought each other, but then the match after was a Pachycephalosaurus.
Yeah, this was a if you see their caption at the top that says left bracket be like, because on the left side of the bracket it was like Tyrannosaurus Rex versus Argentinosaurus, which was pretty close, and then Pachycephalosaurus, which was just like, and it kind of paled in comparison to the other two because they're both so big and intimidating, and Pachycephalosaurus just over there with his cute little bonehead. Poor cute little bonehead. We're getting some Stealth to Singularity love.
Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, we have a new icon for the game. So this is for the new Reptiles patch. This is our third major icon update. We tried to kind of so reptiles and dinosaurs are kind of related to each other. So they both have eggs, or they both come from eggs. So we decided to use the egg as the kind of background shape, and then it's starting to crack a little bit. And then we have it's in a kind of a turquoise color.
Yeah, our marketing artist Olga worked really hard on giving us all different icon versions, and I really like how she came up with the cracking texture and then backlit it right behind it. I think it's very theatrical, very dramatic. Yeah, it's like an exploding planet.
It's like some Marvel Infinity. And so the next icon, so yes, once we get the Beyond, the next icon will be solar system based. So that's the next major patch. We're getting there.
You'll know when the Beyond is out when the icon changes. And we have another Pachycephalosaurus meme. I think this one's pretty cute too. Honestly, kind of glad how much love Patchy's been getting. Even though he definitely didn't win, but I feel like he stood his ground compared to T-Rex. I like that they used The Simpsons as well.
Yeah, he seems to be kind of crowd favorite in a way, in in a roundabout way.
I feel like Patchy needs his own reward just for sticking it out so long.
Someone was asking if mutagen is going to be used in other places other than the dinosaurs. I think it will. We still have to figure out how it works, because the dinosaur gameplay is like quite different than the main game. So just figuring out how those two currencies connect. But it makes sense to have mutagen connect. So this meme, I wanted to include it because it does. This is someone pointing out that the gameplay kind of changed a lot, because some of the snakes, some of the reptiles pay out so much more than things like human colonists. We kind of had to do this because of the balancing, just to get these high-level animals in there. But it is a little weird, or it does feel a little weird, because like things like snakes or even birds are just so expensive. But I don't know. Does that seem weird to you guys that some things are so expensive? Or
I don't know. I feel like the flow has worked pretty well, but I know everyone, especially like all of our players, always have different forms of advice about how we can improve our pricing. We're always thinking about how we can improve that. So if you guys have any advice about the flow of the game, or if you feel like some of the prices are off, let us know.
Someone's saying the problem is I see the snake seems superior compared to the next two animals that follow. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, we have to look at the pricing for the early birds. They might be...
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the playstyle, but I think, yeah, I think that sometimes it could make more sense if the human colonists were a bit more expensive, but balancing is hard sometimes.
We'll have to do a polish pass of all the pricing. at some point, probably.
Yeah, the numbers get so crazy, so it's not easy to balance these numbers. So the other thing that we noticed, a lot of people were drawing hand-drawn trees on the Reddit. So we just wanted to call a few of those out. There were some nice ideas in there.
Yeah. All right, let me switch it over. Here's a map from Ruli 18 Life on Reddit. This person actually drew up quite a bit of maps, but we wanted to just showcase one per person because we've been getting so many different fan-made maps from different people.
Yeah, this was pretty awesome. It's got all these alien, like, what are these things? Like,
yeah, so this is like their interpretation of Beyond with aliens, which I think is really cool. By the way, I'm sorry if there's really weird rain sounds in the background. I live in Brooklyn, and it's like a monsoon over here right now.
I like how they colored each of the different like solar systems different colors with all the different races. Is cool. And then also put like the currency required.
Yeah, I think I like all of the alien illustrations. Very creative.
Super creative.
All right.
Yeah, we don't have all the animals in our game are supposedly based on like real life animals, but it might be fun to experiment with not real animals. Well,
AstroTurf asks, how big is the dev team and what do you do? And what engine/language do you use?
So, so we're about 5 people. We have 3 programmers, including myself. Then we have about 3 artists, including Emily and this guy John Ree, who's helping out with the 3D art. We have a 3D modeler that does all the characters. For programming language, it's Unity. Unity's our game engine. That's what a lot of like indie games use these days. And that uses the programming language C#. That's what it's used.
Great question. Oh, man. It's storming so bad outside my window right now. It's very distracting.
So this map is great. This makes me think of like Pokemon. Almost want to do like, imagine a Cells game where it's just you're unlocking all the Pokemon. I guess the Pokemon are not directly related. Like, they don't really descend from other Pokemon. They just evolve within their own.
All the animals are really cute in this one. I think the use of color is really interesting, and I like that they went digital in this one.
Yeah, I think the colors really make this one stand out, for sure.
We have so many creative fans. Keep them coming, guys. Then this one looks like it's a branch off of humans, which I do feel like has gotten a little bit less love compared to the rest of the tree. So it's nice seeing someone appreciate it.
I like how there's whiskers on the upgrade.
Oh, nice. I didn't even see that before.
Little nose.
Whiskers is available in the dinosaur tree. So I don't know if I would ever want whiskers. I feel like they would be really itchy.
They're so like animals can move in the. I guess they can feel stuff as they're moving through the dark.
I think so. And then this one. So much color. It's by Pickle Lady 22 on Reddit. Love the username.
Yeah, Pickle Lady had
color blending's really cool.
Yeah, Pickle Lady had about 5 of these, and they all like had amazing colors. It was getting a little hard to read the tree, but very cool.
I think it's cool. It reminds me of a tie-dye shirt, or of like when you're watching the Weather Channel and then they're showing you when the storm's coming in.
Yeah, that looks like a Weather Channel.
And I think we have one more, which this one has been around for a little while, but we wanted to include it as well. I think this is also someone's interpretation of the Beyond, lots of Beyond fan art.
See the first galactic war, and then colonization of Alpha Centauri, interstellar travel. And they also have the Type 2 civilization stuff, Dyson Sphere. This is great. Yeah, we got to use this for. We got to call this kid up and get his advice on how to do the Beyond. Yeah, stuff like First Galactic War and colonization of Alpha Centauri are great ideas. So yeah, we got a lot to do on that.
Well, that was the last map, but we just want to thank everybody for sending us your fan art. We love seeing it all, whether it's through Discord or Reddit. Just keep it coming. And that brings us to our final segment of the live stream, the Q&A. If you guys have any questions for us, now's the time to ask.
Yeah, this can be game related. This can be questions about us. It's really up to you. So feel free to ask whatever you like.
It could be about Mesozoic Mania too. I can answer any of your Mesozoic Mania questions.
Any plans for the future in terms of future updates? I'm assuming you mean past the Beyond and past all the stuff that we've already teased.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, we have, well, our main plan is to get the solar system stuff out, and then beyond that, we'll kind of see where we are. I had a question for people on the stream. How many people actually do buy the Singularity? Like, I know people in the stream, they're pretty big fans, so, but we were asking a lot of players, and it seemed like a lot of players get up to Singularity, and then they actually never reset the simulation. So is anybody in the stream, like, not reset the simulation and started upgrading their metabits?
Lowen Lord asks, how long does it normally take for an update to make?
It just completely depends on how much stuff's in it. So, yeah, major update, like the dinosaurs took us like 6 months or plus. The reptile thing was about 2 months. We're hoping the solar system, once we really buckle down and start working on solar system, we're hoping 2 to 3 months. And then once it's out, we usually continue to patch it. This patch that's coming out in a week or so is an extension to the reptiles that's out now. Someone's asking, are you going to expand human tree with the cyborgs and the humanoid colonists? Because I feel like that gets the least attention. Yeah, that stuff's really cool. And we kind of just left that out there. The reason we haven't touched it is because we were planning to, like, we want to put the solar system in first. And then we might have, like, a small branching path where you can choose to do, like go down kind of more cyborg tree, or if it's more like a humanoid, like android type thing. But it might be more of a branching path. But since we hadn't figured out how to get to the Dyson Sphere yet, we haven't really thought about it. So it's just kind of been on hold. But we are planning to do some storytelling around there. I know that's a lot of people's. That's like it's interesting for a lot of people. It's the science fiction aspect of the game.
Zelvin asks, how do I back up my data?
So with the backup, so if you're on Google Play, you can just log into Google Play in the options. If you're on the iPhone, it automatically backs up with your iCloud. And on Steam, it also just automatically backs up. However, if you want to do an extra super save thing, you can use the game transfer to save like one current game state. So if you go to Game Transfer and create an email account there, or use an email account, you can upload your current save state and then transfer that to another device, or just keep it there. So it's another way to back it up.
Cool.
In terms of going down sci-fi or fantasy, we're going to try to do our best to stick to science fiction.
We won't have a dragons update or anything, though.
The only thing we might do is like if Halloween, if we're still doing this game Halloween next year, we might do like what do they call it? It's like what's like Bigfoot and the Chupacabra there, like cryptozoology or something.
Yeah, like what are they called?
I don't know the specific term, but I mean like cryptids, mythical creatures.
It might
like
be cool
like Mothman and stuff and Bigfoot.
Mothman, yeah, it might be fun to do like an event where there's a few of those just in the world. That would be fun. But
it'd be fun if it was like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, we already have Nessie in the game.
Yeah, so we're one step there already.
You said there was about 5 of you. Where are the other 2?
They're hard to get on the camera. We'll the next time we do a stream, I'll get everyone to take a picture of themselves so they can be seen.
Well, I was because we will be going on vacation for the last 2 weeks this month. I was hoping to get photos of everyone and do like a little Photoshop job of us like on the beach together, because we can't actually do that in real life. So just to let everyone know that we're out of the office, but there I'll be putting our usual weekly team all in a photo together, so everyone will get to see what they look like, unless if anyone is self-conscious and they don't want to give me a photo.
So shy.
Have you met her? Have you ever met up IRL? Most of them work in New York. I am remote. I'm over across the water in the UK. So, but I did come visit earlier this year for PAX East, which was a lot of fun.
That was great. And
it's like a week before the coronavirus exploded.
Literally a week. I was on a plane and there were so many people with masks. I was like, let me out of there.
No, it was a great way to meet new people right before a pandemic hit. So I have very good memories before quarantine.
Well, any other game devs join up in the stream? Yeah, we'll bug them. We just have to. They're a little. I don't want to say they're shy, but I have to kind of force them to join the stream. So
Ted's been on the stream before, right?
Yeah, Ted's been on the stream. Yeah.
We'll get somebody on here. We'll make them. No.
We'll make them do it. Nope. Yeah, less people work on Friday, so for people interested in the game development aspects, like most of the team works like just 3 days a week, Monday through Wednesday. And since we've been in the quarantine, we'll meet up at 11 o'clock, like on a call, and just talk about like what we're doing, and then we kind of check in with each other over Slack during the day. But before the quarantine, we would always meet up at this office in Brooklyn in real life. Get Ted back on. Gyroblade on his Ted.
How do you fund yourself, or is it private info?
Well, the funding of it's, not private. So the game is self-funded. So like, thanks to all the players, like we've actually been able to like make the game like self-sufficient. So just everyone playing the game, like whether you're buying like Darwinium cubes or you're watching advertisements, that revenue goes directly back into the game development. And that's why as long as people are playing it, we're going to just keep building on top of it. Currently, we are in a pretty good place. So we are planning to like, we definitely want to do the solar system stuff. We have a lot of ideas for expansion. So we're just hoping we can keep people interested in the game and kind of into it. So yeah, we just a little bit of news. Like we got 10 million downloads on Android. So the Android platform has been really great. Google seems to like the game a lot. They suggest it. So 10 million downloads, huge milestone for any game. So that was really cool. And then Google also gave us this award called the what's it called, editor's choice or something, which is just kind of something Google gives out for just games they like. So that's been pretty great.
Yeah, so as always, thank you everyone for all of your support. We hope you're enjoying all the content that we're putting out, because we work really hard to make sure that it's stuff that we think that you would all enjoy. So thank you for playing our game and for having a good time with it.
Someone said we should sometimes stream game coding. Yeah, we could do that. Just some development stuff. Sometimes it's kind of boring and we have to like think about what we're doing, but that might be fun. Someone's recommending we play Terraforming Mars, the game. Oh, just another question for the stream. Like, do you guys play any other games that are similar to Cells, like on your phone, or are there any other games that we should play that are mobile games that you're like, this game's great, we should play it so we can look at like why that game's good?
So we could take the ideas.
From the competition.
Yeah, we need to know who's got great ideas.
Skak says Life on Earth. Sakana says Life on Earth.
Life on Earth is copying us. They're straight up running advertisements saying like they in their advertisements they say like evolution never ends or human evolution never ends. So they use our tagline, and their game's quite good. It's a Hong Kong studio, but they're very similar concepts like evolution of life. Also an idle game. Their graphic style is a little different, but yeah, if you like these evolution games, it's a good one to check out. Life on Earth. I hope ours is better.
Gyroblade says, I have tons of hours in Idle Heroes.
Yeah, Idle Heroes is a good one to look at. I wonder, the mechanics with like, when you have the RPG idle games, you're more like fighting a boss or something. So we weren't sure how to introduce like kind of a boss battle or fight sequence in an idle game. Because, I mean, unless you're like discovering something or mining something, but that might work. Yeah, well, we're always looking at like new games. There's a lot of innovation in the idle game space, even though it's a strange genre because like they're all kind of the same. Like all idle games, you buy something and then you earn currency, but then there's just so many different types of them, and then so many flavors. So it's a genre.
How do I get more meta bits after I get the Martian City?
Well, right now, going down the reptile tree, some of the reptile upgrades in the birds give you a ton of entropy, and that can help you get more.
Balthor says I have a few thousand hours in Time Clickers. I think I played Time Clickers a little bit.
Yeah, that's the one with those cubes that are floating. You got to shoot all the cubes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the graphics in that one. So auto-click, like our policy on auto-clickers, we're not against them. So we've actually been meaning to make a boost that's an auto-clicker in game. Like they have that little blue hand that clicks for you. We've been meaning to spend some time to really boost that up and make that like a serious auto-clicker in the game.
I think we could take a few more questions.
Yeah. Any last questions before we wrap up? Any lingering, burning questions that you have to ask us for some reason?
Well, the one upgrade I want to add is I want there to be like an AI that just plays the game for you. So like imagine you just like reset the game, you reboot it, and then basically the AI would just like fly around and like buy all the stuff for you. So you wouldn't even have to like play it at that point. So like the end game is just you bought everything and then the game just plays itself.
Olga is actually in chat. That is one of the artists on the game who you've seen our screenshots previously.
Should we make Olga join in?
Olga should join the live stream next month. You should be on the live stream, Olga. Olga's awesome.
Calling from Discord, so. She's
the one who made the logo. She makes a lot of the marketing materials that you'll see, like the banners and stuff, on our Steam page and on our socials. And she also does some in-game integration as well, like updating icons, and she's been doing some 3D.
Awesome, yeah. So should we show the Darwinium code again, just for everyone?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
Right. Finals, all caps.
One step closer to the gold geode.
Just keep saving up. Keep saving up these monthly codes.
Actually, gold you can get. Yeah, that's, I think it says 20. So you can get one gold geode with.
Has anyone gotten any diamond geodes?
Olga's saving up.
What's the next mystery thing? It's a mystery for a reason. Bad apple.
Awesome. Yeah, so I guess that's about it. If anyone joined late, you might, like we showed earlier, we showed stuff for the land garden, so we updated the land garden. Also for players, if you want to check out the new patch that's coming out, we're going to be running a beta over the weekend on Steam. So you'll be able to opt into that. If you check the Steam page, we'll have a little note about how to check out the beta, because we're trying to get this land garden out pretty soon for people.
Skak says, do you have a Patreon or Kickstarter, or is buying Darwinium just the best way to support you?
Yeah, buying Darwinium is the best way. Like, yeah, I mean, like the mobile, like with the game, like it's like literally our Patreon's like in our game. It's like right there. It's like you just you buy cubes. Whereas if you make YouTube videos, you can't like sell your like thing on the YouTube video, so you got to have like an extra Patreon. But that's the nice thing about actually building like this whole game in this universe. You can kind of work in the cubes, but we really appreciate that. Eventually, we might make a special room for people that buy cubes, like a little elite space for them.
It has to happen.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah,
it's so cool. Yeah, I want to share it on social.
Yeah, we're gonna make a special room for players that basically, if you have bought Darwinium cubes or if you've played for a long amount of time, you get access to this like special room. And in the room, we're going to have some of the greatest artwork that's ever been created. But that's for later after this one.
All right, I'll show the code one more time.
Yeah, thank you everyone who decided to tune in today. Join us on just seeing what we've been up to and checking out all the user-created content. We really appreciate you guys being here. Make sure to vote for your favorite dinosaurs in Mesozoic Mania throughout the week. Yes. Because it is getting close to the finals.
Yeah, the last semi-final match is going to be 2 days from now, this Sunday. So be sure to vote for Spinosaurus or Archaeopteryx.
Then the winning dinosaur is going to get a special trait card, which will boost that winning dinosaur's production, and they're also crowned king of the dinosaur.
The crowns! It's so worth it for the crowns. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Be sure to catch us again next month in August. If you want to know what date that's going to end up being, we're going to update our banners on Twitch. So we highly recommend that you follow us on Twitch if you haven't already, obviously.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay cellular and have a nice week.
See you later.
Have a good one, everyone.